So one of my favorite quotes is, to become who you want to be, you have to be willing to do what you haven't done. And that's me just paraphrasing, pretty much butchering a much more well-worded quote from one of the Stoics. I don't know who I got it from, Marcus Aurelius or one of the Stoic books that I read. And basically, for most people, it's just getting started. Like, getting started is often the hardest thing to do. So most of the clients that I work with, want to feel more confident. They want to be able to look in the mirror and they want to be happy with who they see looking back. They want to feel comfortable in their own skin. They want to be able to wear their favorite clothes and not be worried about not being able to fit into them, and not feel self-conscious. And so to be able to get to that stage, if you use that quote, literally just getting started, as I said, is the hardest thing. And what I do with a lot of my clients is we really work on taking a holistic approach, and we break it up into different categories. So when it comes to, let's say feeling more confident in your favorite clothes, there's many different aspects to that. So the first aspect we'll look at is like, okay, so how can we allow you to have the most energy possible to feel your best every day? So we'll first look at working on your sleep, making sure that we can get you from, where you are now. A lot of people struggle with only sleeping maybe 6 hours or 7 hours a night, and a lot of times that can be broken. We'll first focus on getting you up to 7 or 8 hours per night unbroken, so you can wake up in the morning, feel alert, have energy, be able to get out of the bed without feeling like you're dragging yourself. And then from there we can look at, okay, so now that you have energy and you feel good, with that extra energy, what can you do? So it might be getting a 30-minute workout done. It might be doing 15 minutes of stretching. Really, the biggest thing is having accountability. So anyone that I work with, they have accountability, support, and guidance for me to help them stay on track and to use that extra energy that they have to get yoga, meditation, workouts, stretching done. And then getting into a consistent flow of that every week then allows them to, lose a stone or two, to lose a couple of clothes sizes. And the fact then as well that they have set a goal, that they push themselves to get out of their comfort zone, that in itself, that allows them to, feel really good, gives you that sense of achievement, and it creates this really good momentum where you start to, get into a really good run with things. And so then that starts in itself to create a lot of confidence. There's a big fly in my hand. And so then that's literally just one element. And then obviously when it comes to the food side of things, then we really take a deep dive on like, okay, what are you struggling with at the moment? A lot of people struggle with emotion leading. Then we'll talk a lot about, okay, so what are some of the triggers that cause that emotion leading? And a lot of times it's going to be not being able to manage the stress that you're encountering on a daily basis. So feeling overwhelmed from stress, from work, your family, from obviously a lot of stress in itself just comes from not sleeping enough, from financial things, it comes from like so many different elements of your life. And really the key thing is to get to the point where you can manage stress in a positive way, where you're not eating your emotions basically. Because I see so many people struggle with, they go through a cycle. So you get stuck in a vicious cycle of low energy, low motivation, not feeling so good, then emotion leading, and then feeling guilty afterwards. And then as a result of the emotion leading, you start gaining weight and you're stuck in this really vicious cycle that you get stuck in for a long time. So that's something that we really address as well. And it all starts with figuring out what your triggers are for emotion leading. So you can see that to allow yourself to get to a point where you feel comfortable, confident in your own skin, it's not just about following a training plan, but it's about taking a holistic approach and looking at all those different things. And there are other things you can add to it, but really they're kind of the core things that I focus on, both myself and with a lot of clients, and it's worked time and time again. So that's just like a bit of insight into the approach that I kind of take. And hope it was helpful, gave you some insight. I was just walking back from the beach to the car because I actually forgot my towels and my stuff, so I said I'd shoot a quick video. This is San Pedro del Pinatar. It's absolutely amazing here. There's actually a lot of like white flamingos. They're like a rare, well, I don't know if they're rare, but they're just a different species of flamingo. There's none here, but there's a lot of like white colored flamingos out here. Yeah, so beautiful spot. But I hope that video was helpful. If it was, drop a comment down below, like the video. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your day.